Well, Hope, this is Pastor Kelly letting you know that we are going to a digital board. This is the new digital board. It's a Behringer Wing Compact. We decided to go digital, a couple reasons. First of all, Central Square, in all the updates, they're going digital, and because the board's going to change there, we figured we like to be able to have our people come and help each other whenever they need to, and if everybody at both sites knows the same board, that's what we've been doing for years now, then we can do teamwork makes the dream work. It's not only that though. Digital has some real advantages, some of which I'll show you in a minute, but I'll give a summary and then we'll go back through it. Now, first of all, you can save each individual band, and that's what we're going to do. And so let's say 1 week we have the Cochran Family Band, and each channel that are here will be labeled Brent's microphone, Mary Lisa's microphone. We can label each individual. That's super helpful. And then we download from the internet EQs for each of the channels that's specific to the vocal microphone versus a bass guitar or an electric guitar or a keyboard. There's quite a bit of difference between how a professional might do that. We're not professionals, so we get the advantage of we just download what someone who knows what they're doing really well, what they set it up for that. So right ahead, we're going to take a jump forward that way where each individual band can be saved. When they come back, even 6 months or a year from now, you can pull up that setting that you had. So each day we'll start with who's up on the band, and you know, if it's Jorgensen's or Cochran's or Mahoney's or whichever. Or we can have a general one if it's a totally mix of a band, and we'll have a bass guitar, an electric guitar, keyboard, vocals, and it'll be pretty much set up. You can adjust it. Then we can save it each time. So right away you get a lot of advantage that way when you go to digital. It also simplifies our life a great deal. In Glenwood, we had 3 soundboards. We had one for Central Square. We'd leave that off, and then we'd have our soundboard for the main mix. And then we had a 3rd soundboard that we used for live stream. And we had to split the signal 3 times. And that's kind of tough on the audio. Now, we actually have one network cable, smaller than my pinky by a long ways, that goes all the way up to the stage. Everything runs through it. It all comes into this main mixer. And then we're able to hook a computer up with a touch screen, and I can control the live stream, for example, from this touch screen, which is also controlled by a mouse. And so now we have a soundboard and a touch screen all running off that one board. And it'll make it so much easier for when we have to disconnect for all the events that Central Square does, because I literally can walk up to the stage and disconnect 2 network cables and leave the stuff connected to the drums and roll our stuff ready to go back from the back of the stage, and then we'll put everything in basically a desk in the front of the stage on wheels, and we'll roll that off, and when it's time to reconnect, we roll it in position, and it's going to be so much easier. But yes, the sound quality tends to be so much better when you use digital. And there's some advantages in, once you get used to it, running the board tends to be easier.